Hey everyone, my name is Ria and we're gonna cook chicken adobo. Welcome to Ria's kitchen. Ta-da! So here I am prepping the ingredients. I like to call this my millennial adobo only because I don't know, I'm a millennial and I think it's very easy. Takes 30 minutes, barely any prep time. Here I am just having a shot, and there you have a shot of all the ingredients. I will put the recipe in my bio, and it's going to be for a bigger batch. Today I'm just making like a batch for me. So here's the shot. This is Kikkoman soy sauce, the less sodium version. I like this one, but of course you can use whatever you like if you have a favorite brand. The datu puti vinegar, that one this is required. Obviously, if you can't find it, go ahead and use whatever white vinegar you have around. But preferably you should use this one or, a brand you might like. Then to the pan of the ingredients. So here we have some brown sugar and some bay leaf, whole peppercorns. I'm trying to hide my undue nails, and some garlic. And then, like I said, not a lot of chicken today, but the recipe will have like ingredients for a serving of like 2 to 4 people. So then I'm going to start by putting a little oil in the pan, not too much because the chicken already has a lot of fat on it. I'm just feeling how hot the pan is by just putting my hand, hovering it over the bottom. And then there, I'm trying to give you a better shot of the pan, and I'm still hovering my hand over. Oh my god, I wish I got my nails done. Okay, so I'm just trying to give it just a test. Okay, then let's place the chicken. You could tell I was curious about using an induction stove, so maybe that's why I keep hovering my hand over. But it did fry really well. So here I am placing the chicken skin side down. I'm gonna let it fry up a bit, not to necessarily crisp it, but just to brown both sides and keep the juices in. Here I also like to crush my garlic just to release some of its juices out. I hate mincing garlic, so I prefer this method. If you're scared about eating a chunk of garlic during this dish, just fish them out after. So I'm going to be flipping over the chicken here. And like I said, it's just for a few seconds each side. So now I'm going to take my vinegar. There we go. And I'm gonna try to attempt to pour it in front of the camera, but it is kind of hard. But my ratio, I don't like to do 1-to-1. I do like to do a little less vinegar and a little more soy sauce. I know to some people they like it more vinegary. This is just how I like it. And of course, do however you would prefer it. There we go. I poured, I think, like a 2/3 cup of vinegar. And here I am. I'm trying to figure out how to take the cap off the soy sauce. And cool. So I'm pouring more soy sauce. So all my liquids would measure out to, I want to say 1 cup and 1/3. I just, like I said, adobo, it just becomes secondhand nature. So I just eyeball at everything. But if I had to measure, that's what would be my ratio. So I actually realized I could have used more soy sauce than I originally do, but the recipe in my bio will have the exact measurements that I love to go by. I'm just making a smaller batch, so I was just trying to wing it as well. You see that I dumped my garlic cloves in there, and I like to let the garlic cloves fry in the oil, the chicken fat, until you smell that garlic aroma. I personally like lots of garlic. If you don't like that, much garlic, feel free to omit some. Of course, the recipe does need garlic in it, so at least put some in there. And it's not really a pungent flavor when I fry them whole like this. It literally just releases like a nice aroma of garlic into the chicken adobo. So I think here I am just, making sure the chicken is all juicy and plump. There you go. Here's a shot of the garlic. And like I said, those cloves are so easy to spot. If you don't want to bite into a clove later, just go ahead and fish it out. And there I am. I'm just making sure it's frying a bit more. Okay. So here I am. The chicken and the garlic have been frying. Here is my soy sauce and vinegar, and I'm just gonna dump it over the top. So my mom says that once you do this, don't mix it, don't put your tongs in, or else it'll taste vinegary. I don't know what the science is behind that, but I just follow it. I don't mess with it. I leave it there and I let it come to a boil, and then here you go. You see me adding these whole peppercorns. I used to hate biting on one of these as a kid, but now I don't mind it, and I completely understand why you need black peppercorns to offset all the saltiness. Trust me, you'll like it. And then here I put 1 bay leaf. Bay leaf has a lot of flavors, so be sure to do a little less than you think. 1 to 2 at the max, honestly. Here's a shot of the adobo. So I went ahead and covered it on medium to low heat. Here it's at like a gentle simmer, and sometimes I will cover it for like 10 minutes, uncover it for 10 minutes. It's just gonna go like this basically for, I would say, braise for about 30 minutes minimum. If you want it to go longer, go ahead. And eventually the sauce will reduce, and the chicken will have a darker hue to it. And here I am. I'm just trying to show you and give you a glimpse. And I know my mom said not to mix it, and this is not me mixing it. This is me flipping it over halfway. So the don't mix part comes in for like the first 5 to 10 minutes. Don't mix anything and just let it come to a boil or a simmer at least. There you go. The chicken has already taken on some color. Okay, so while this has come to a simmer, here I am adding some brown sugar. Obviously, if you're scared to add the sugar, you could always add more. So start with a small amount. The sugar doesn't make it necessarily sweet, but it adds like a richness to it. It just balances out the saltiness from the soy sauce and the sourness from the vinegar, and it really brings the dish together really nicely. And here I am just giving you a shot of the chicken adobo. There we go. You could already tell the sauce has already reduced a bit, and I'm just gonna let it keep cooking out so that the sauce reduces a bit more and it also has a darker color to it. Here I have a shot on my stove because I got scared of just basically burning down my apartment on the induction oven, so I switched over to my stove. You see the sauce has reduced so much, and look at the color of the chicken adobo. And here I am. I'm trying to show you little by little how to skim off the fat. Ideally, you would want to let this, be in your fridge for a day, and the next day it'll solidify, and then you'll be able to scoop up the fat easy. So I brought everything back to my table. Here is my finished chicken adobo. It looks so good. See, there you see the chicken pieces, the bay leaf, the garlic cloves. The sauce is reduced by a lot, and it has a definitely deeper, darker, richer color. And I thought I would take you through how I would plate this, only because I would personally find it satisfying. So maybe it'll be cool to do this. We could try this out, and if I don't like it, I'll cut it out of my future videos. So I have the jasmine rice in the top left-hand corner, and I put it in this mug I have. And I'm placing my plate over, and I'm hoping, I'm letting it sit for a while because I want it to really keep its shape. You know, I think there I am, and there we go. I grabbed the spoon to dap it, or my tongs. Let's see here. Ta-da! It came out so good. I'm very glad. I think if your food looks pretty, it also makes it more satisfying to eat. Ooh, here is a snip shot, and then here's the adobo, my favorite. Okay, so let me go and place some chicken on there. And I'm not really a pro at plating, so forgive me. But I don't think I did a bad job. I think that rice just did it for me. It came out perfect, and I'm all set. Here I am, I'm scooping up some sauce. That's the best part. Give you a better view here. I don't know, I look back and I have no idea why I used a soup spoon. But at the time, it seemed more logical. So there we go, just giving you some shots. Love it. And of course, this dish wouldn't be complete without a garnish of greens. So here is some green onion that I am trying to drop very gracefully. The bite of the adobo with the raw green onion is actually really yummy. And it's a really good balance, and I actually like the combo. I usually don't have it with green onion. It's actually supposed to be served with banana, but we'll get to that at another point. And here is my shot of my chicken adobo with my city view. I don't think I can ask for anything better. Lovely lunch. So now I am going in for a taste test. After I thought it was pretty good, I thought to do another shot of me coming in and eating. But yeah, this is chicken adobo. It's a Filipino dish. Usually it's served with banana because the banana is sweet and the dish is salty. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for joining me.